First things first, well done, Lopetegui. Not because I thought West Ham were incredible tonight or just blew Wolves away or was prime Barcelona. Not because I think we've turned a corner, nothing like that. But coming into tonight's game, he was under immense pressure and he had one thing to do tonight, get 3 points. It didn't really matter how. If we played fantastic and got beat, I think he might have got the sack tomorrow. Play like anything and get the 3 points, you keep your job. He's kept his job for at least another 8 days post Bournemouth. How we proceed going into Bournemouth game, we'll discuss it later on in the week. But in regards to tonight, well done, Lopetegui. He needed to get the 3 points. It was a big 3 points for him. Bigger 3 points for him than West Ham. Although saying that, the league table is not looking too bad, is it? A point behind Man U, 2 points behind Newcastle, and 2 points behind Spurs as well. The only problem is, they've been pretty crap this season. Anyway, I'm going to discuss the highlights of the match and give you my thoughts and praise for 2 players in particular. Now, one of them kind of has lost his praise a little bit towards the end of the game, but I'm going to give him anyway because I thought he had a fantastic 85 minutes or whatever. But if you're new to Hammers Chat, please do subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. And also drop a like on the video as well by clicking thumbs up. Be much appreciated. In regards to the first 10 minutes, I thought we looked all right. I thought we came out, we went at them. It wasn't quite, kitchen sink or anything, but I thought we were on the front foot. However, it was very reminiscent of the game against Leicester City. The only difference being, we didn't concede within 90 seconds to a 37-year-old striker. But it had that same vibe about it for me. We were getting plenty of the ball in and around the Wolves box. We're putting crosses in. But we didn't really create too much clear chances as such in the first 10 minutes. And then I thought Wolves were on top for 10 minutes. And they didn't really create too much chances. Gomez had a shot on target. Cunha had a shot on target. And I think this set the tone for the game, really, where we would be the better team for a bit. And then Wolves would be the better team for a bit. And I think whenever either side looked dangerous, it was just as much down to poor defending as it was to great attacking play. It wasn't a fantastic spectacle this evening, and I think it was what everybody expected. A cagey affair, 2 managers under pressure, neither wanting to lose, both managers desperate to get the win in order to potentially save their job. And I think you see that on the field. However, I enjoyed elements of the game. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't sat there grumpy for the 90 minutes thinking this is crap, this is dreadful like I was against Nottingham Forest. There was times during tonight's game I was okay with some of the play we did. I'm very intrigued to see Kudus, Bowen and Summerville start with another attacking player. I think Soucek had a decent game, by the way, and obviously got the goal, which we'll discuss. But he was sort of in that number 10 area, and he's not that creative player. He was in the box for the crosses. But I thought there was times where I thought Bowen and Kudus would link up well. I thought Summerville was looking quite dangerous. I felt we were maybe just missing someone. Maybe Solar in there and Soucek further back would have helped. But I thought throughout the first half, not the second half, but the first half, I thought we were missing a striker. I thought we were missing somebody in the box to give us a target, to give us something to aim for. Because, Kudus had a shot which nearly caught Sam Johnson out. Bowen had a shot which was easily and well saved by Sam Johnson. But I felt we were just lacking a bit of a Danny Ings or a Fulkrug or something in that box to go, there you go, there's our man, let's feed him and he will score. But apart from that, I thought we were all right in the first half. And at half-time, I was quite confident that we could go on and win. But it was down to Wolves just as much as it was down to West Ham. Anyway, the second half is where all the action is and VAR calls were. We went 1-0 up with Thomas Soucek. Now, the one thing that did piss me off in the first half, to be honest with you, short corners. Why? Why on earth were we doing short corners? Everyone knows Wolves are crap at set pieces. They're the worst at set pieces, defending set pieces in the Premier League this season. So we get corners in the first half, play it short. One corner went to Kudus on edge 18-yarder. Within about solid 2K, 3 passes later, was that Wan-Bissaka on the halfway line who just booted it up the pitch to Summerville. What were we doing? I was fuming with our short corners. I understand if you're coming up against a side that doesn't concede short corners, you're trying something different. But against a team who, when Everton took free kicks on Wednesday night, they just whipped it in, and Craig Dawson elbowed it into the back of the net for them. That was annoying. But eventually we scored from one. It was our 10th corner of the game. And there's very little imagination or creation, really, is there? I'm envious of watching teams with dedicated set-piece coaches, because we clearly don't have one, because you don't need the 10th corner before you do something. And it was just a looping corner by Jared Bowen to the back post. And Thomas Soucek is unmarked. Now, maybe you could say that was planned and that was a set-piece play. The only thing that stops me from believing that is it was the 10th corner. You don't wait till the 10th corner. You probably don't get 10. You do it in the first one, the second one, maybe not the third or fourth. But you certainly don't wait till number 10 and go, do you know what, that plan we've been working on all week? Let's do that. Oh, it worked. Anyway, fantastic header by Thomas Soucek, by the way. If it's anywhere closer to the middle of the goal, I think that gets saved. I think if it's any lower, it doesn't quite loop in. Stunning header by Soucek, really good. Bowen put across the face of the goal. Kudus knocked it home. Looked about 3 yards up. I'm joking. It was well offside. Why it took so long to call the goal off, I don't know. We got the right decision in the end. And then it was 1-1 Wolves. Really good goal, actually. Good play down our right-hand side. Past Wan-Bissaka. Good ball in by nervy. Doherty, it's a good run. It's a good finish. Summerville. I was watching the game on a phone, right? So you're going to have to excuse me here. It was like watching, I don't know, Subbuteo, I guess, or Lego or something. So when I watched it back on the replay, I felt like we didn't do much wrong defensively, and there was no one player in particular where I was thinking you should have been doing a bit better. I thought it was just a really good goal by Wolves. At that point, I thought, oh no, we've had it. I didn't fancy us to go get a second goal, I'll be honest with you. But we did. We got the second one. Fantastic goal by Jared Bowen. I'm not having this, it was a foul by Mavropanos. I think there's enough of the play post that action in order to wipe that one out. I don't think it was a big foul per se, but superb finish by Jared Bowen. What I will say though, I thought Wolves got done tonight by VAR, or not even VAR, just decisions, because we shouldn't have had a corner. That 10th corner should not have been a corner. It came off Wan-Bissaka last. Lamina was furious, and I think he was absolutely justified to be angry. We got very, very lucky with that one. Wolves have got very unlucky, and this is football. Football is fine margins. Gary O'Neill could be a way to lose his job, and it's not because of tonight. It's because of the entire season so far. Just tonight's the game that might just load the bullet that gets him. And it's off the back of a corner that shouldn't have been a corner. I mean, that is harsh, but football, I guess. I think they should have had a penalty, Wolves. Not the one on Emerson on Guedes, not that one. I don't think he dies. I think he just stands on the ball and falls over. I don't think he's diving. I don't think it's a foul by Emerson. I think it's just, he gives him a little nudge. I don't mind that. I think that's okay. The second one, though, which was Mavropanos standing on someone's foot. I think it was Belagar's foot. I thought that was a pen, to be honest with you. And when VAR was looking at it, I was convinced they were going to say to the ref, you need to go have a look at this. And I think he would have given it had the referee went to the monitor and checked that one. I thought that was a penalty, personally. And I felt we got away with that one. We had another goal ruled out. Kudus again, even more offside than another one. Fun, somehow that one didn't take 3 minutes to clear up. That was done pretty quickly. In the end, we got the 3 points. Important 3 points. I think man of the match, by the way, is Jared Bowen. I thought he was... I don't like Bowen as striker, but tonight I feel like he played almost like as himself, but as striker, if that makes sense. Often I feel like he goes up front and it's almost like he's trying to play the Michael Antonio way and he doesn't manage it. Whereas tonight I think he went up front and just played his own game and it worked. I was a bit disappointed by the subs when he took Summerville off and moved Kudus over, because I liked that partnership of Kudus and Bowen over towards the right hand side of the pitch. It was pleasing, and I thought there was something to build on from there. What I will say in regards to Wolves, I was pleased when Gary O'Neill took Larsson off. Now, he didn't have a good game, but I think if we had Larsson in the first half, I think we go in leading at half-time just to having that striker. So when he took him off and brought on Guedes, who I don't think I've seen him have a good game for Wolves. I don't know loads about him, but he's looked a bit crap whenever I watch Wolves, to be honest with you. So I actually, when that sub happened, I thought, get in. The other player I was going to pick out who didn't do great at the end was Mavropanos. I thought Mavropanos was fantastic tonight. Up until that penalty incident, I thought he was faultless. I think Cunha's an excellent player. On a few occasions, he was running at Mavropanos. On a couple of occasions, it was like Nuri that had bypassed Wan-Bissaka, running at Mavropanos. I thought he won pretty much everything. I thought he was excellent. Should have conceded a penalty, but apart from that, I thought he was a really, really good performer for West Ham tonight. Big 3 points. I remain far from convinced, but the reason I'm just giving Lopetegui praise at the start is because it's not easy, being under that much pressure. And he had to get it right tonight, and I feel like he got enough right in order to win the game. Clearly he did. But you're going to have to do a bit better if you want to beat Bournemouth and Brighton. We could have played like prime Barcelona tonight and won 4-0. My opinion wouldn't have changed on Lopetegui. I now need to see better performances and I need to see consistency. Get 3 points against Bournemouth, put in a good performance and get a point against Brighton, beat Southampton convincingly. When I say convincingly, it doesn't have to be 4-0, just 2-0, but you play them off the park or something. Just a good, strong performance. Start putting these performances together, then I may alter my mind. I'm always open to changing my mind when it comes to football. When you get new data, reevaluate. I think it's important. Some people say it's fickle, but I'd rather be accused of being fickle than stubborn, refusing to change my mind despite evidence suggesting otherwise. Tonight's an important game. We played okay. I'm not getting excited about it. I'm happy though. We've got the 3 points. It's a bit of breathing space. We're too far away from the bottom 3 to feel like we're in a relegation zone. I feel like we're on the cusp of one and we're not far away from one. But I don't really feel like we've been properly dragged into the mix just yet. And I think tonight's win just takes us away a little bit. And like I said, we're now closer to European football than the bottom 3. We're a point behind Man U, 2 behind Newcastle and Spurs. So Bournemouth's an interesting game, really. Sullivan will be feeling quite relieved. I think Lopetegui looked relieved, and I think Sullivan will be. Graham Potter, well, penny for his thoughts. He might have the Wolves job, and he might have just lost the West Ham job tonight. But then, anyway, well done. Well done, West Ham. Decent enough performance. It was enough to win the game without doing anything too fancy. That's it from me, I think. I can't think of anything else I want to say too much. Anyway, I'll catch up with you all in a bit. Thank you for tuning in. Drop that like on the video, please. Subscribe to your Hammers Chat. Catch you in a bit.